A bow with label coming up. Hi, welcome to Anju Risa's crafting room. My name is Risa, but you are free to call me Risa. I really love crafting, and if you have any requests on how to make a bow with tails, how to make a twisted headband, you can comment on my videos. You can send me a message through my Instagram or my email. Instead of our name, YouTube now shows our handle. And I got a request from at user-et2fn3nl5p about sewing a label on hair bows. When making a hair bow with a label, I really prefer the label to stay hidden. So when someone is wearing our hair bow, the label here won't be too visible. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's prepare the fabric. As I have always said in my previous videos, that you can use any fabric for your sewing project as long as you find it easy to sew. You can use satin, you can use cotton, or you can use embroidery cotton, or you can use this jacket fabric. As someone who never attended any sewing classes, I find that cotton fabric is the easiest fabric to sew. So I am using cotton for this. The size is about 17 by 22 centimeters. I will write the size in inches. So there are two ways to sew our labels. Let me show you. This is the first one. If you have one-sided label, you can sew it right here. Or if you have this two-sided label, like this, it's two-sided, you can sew it right here. Now in this tutorial, I will cover these two labels. Let's take the one-sided label. You can place it right here. Just leave a gap about 1 inch on the upper part and 1 inch on the left part. You can sew all around, or you can only sew on the side. I will sew only the side. Let's take this to the sewing machine. As you can see, this is the one-sided label. I only sew on the edge here, but you are free to sew all around the edges. Now, if you are making the two-sided label, let's fold the fabric with the right sides together. And we are going to mark the center of the fabric. Just mark the center here. You can slide the label on here on the left side. We are going to sew this part, or you can place this on the right side and we are going to sew this part. Make sure that you are leaving the gap here should be wider than your seam allowance. Sew a little, and then you can slide the labels right here, or I will sew it at the end here. As you can see, this is the mark on the exact center. We are going to leave an opening for us to turn the fabric. And you can continue sewing. Now you can put the label right here. Make sure that this gap should be wider than your seam allowance. So this is the two-sided label. You can sew it on the right side or on the left side. It's actually the same. Now let us try to open the seam here. Just open the seam and we are going to press the fabric. After this, I always do this in most of my hair bows. I like to put felt fabric inside so that the bow will have a nice and sturdy shape. The size is about 16 by 9 centimeters. Now we are going to put it on the back side. This is our label. Flip it over and we are going to put the felt fabric right here and we are going to sew this part. After we sew this part, before we turn the fabric, we have to cut the corner of the fabric. It's actually a small thing, but it makes a big difference. So our hair bow will have a very nice and pointy shape. Now we can turn the fabric right side out. Use some pointy stuff like a paintbrush to push the corner of the bow. Now we can give it a nice press. Just a little. I like to draw a straight line right in the center. So I will measure the length here. It's about 6 inches or 15 centimeters. Just draw right on the exact center. And we can draw a straight line. Now we can gather the fabric right in the center. To make a beautiful crease like this, I use a needle and thread, and I will sew exactly 8 times. So first, let me show you. We sew it once, and then hook the threads from here. Now there's no way for the threads to come off, and it will be very strong. Now I will sew exactly 8 times from the front side. This is the front side and this is the back side. Sew it 1, 2, 3, 4, take it out, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8 times. Now you can pull the threads and adjust a little, tie it, and secure the thread. It's very nice to see the bow shape, and you can only choose one out of these 2 labels. Because we are making this as a hair accessories, now we are going to attach hair clip on the back side, and when we attach a hair clip on the back side, we can perfectly close the opening here. I've got a lot of questions about the hair clip that I use. I only use these 2 sides of the hair clip. The first one is about 3 inch or 3/4 inch or 8 centimeters, and this is for half updo. And if you are making this as a ponytail, you are going to need 4 inches wide, 4 inches long or 10 centimeters hair clip. And keep in mind, if you are using a 4 inches hair clip, I will recommend you to use this one-sided label, because when you attach the hair clip right here, you will cover the label right here. But if you are using this 8 centimeters hair clip, it's exactly on the side here. It's exactly on the label here. So I will use this as a half updo. Let's attach this hair clip. Attach with hot glue gun, of course. Now let us finish the center. Prepare a fabric. The size is about 12 by 8 centimeters. Fold it in half and sew this part. Turn the fabric right side out, and we are going to attach this to the center. Fold it this way, fold it this way, and let's attach this to the center. Sew this for the last time. To sew this part, I always move my needle to the left side. I cannot see the needle. Let me put the camera lower. Okay. To sew this part, I always move this needle to the left side. Move it to the left side, and let us try to do back stitch. Cut the excess fabric, flip it over, And attach some glue right in the center to make the centerpiece stays in place. That's it! Our Hebel with label is finished! Thanks for watching this video. If you find this tutorial useful, please give me a like and share this video. If you don't, it's not a problem. Just hit the dislike button and tell me below about what you don't like. See you in my next video. Bye-bye! Actually, this is my new microphone from Saramonic. We can add our pictures here.